here we are on a Sunday afternoon, and what better thing to do than cut a hole in your ceiling to see what's up there, because we really actually have no idea. So we're gonna cut a hole in here, use it as a bit of an access and actually find out what's going on, but also we're gonna use it so that we can actually like change the light in the kitchen, because this thing is the loudest light I have ever heard, and it makes the kitchen seem like a bit of an asylum or a hospital.
Let's see if we can see
Not
it.
good. So we're gonna put some down lights in here, but to start off with, we have no idea what we're looking at in this ceiling. So this is gonna be a bit of an investigation. We could find old newspapers, we could find just a whole lot of dust. We really have no idea. So it's gonna be good planning up here, but you know, gotta make a hole somewhere. So here we go. So you are now looking at our ceiling, which I'm in a tiny little hole, and then just getting the camera up here to have a look and seeing what we can actually find. And it's very interesting how they've done it back in the old days. They used all these old timbers, laid them across each other. There's obviously been some changes here, but it's really interesting to see what we're looking at, giving us a little bit of a glimmer into what happens when we take down all the ceilings and then play around with all of the structural elements in the ceiling to make it, you know, to give ourselves that nice high ceiling. It's a very handy aspect to now plan ahead what we're going to do to try and get those nice big tall ceilings that you can see here in the front of the room. Very dusty, but very, very cool.
This afternoon I had this wave of inspiration to paint our front fence, the inside of it, not the out. And so I rang Brad, who was on his way home, and I said, can you please swing by and get me some paint? And he did, because he is a gentleman. So it is now 8 o'clock. We probably have about an hour, maybe 45 minutes left of the sunshine, but I'm just in the mood to paint, so that's what I'm gonna do. The quick lowdown is that I want to do the fence here, so not our planter box, but the fence here, white, or what is an off-white or a creamy white, which is called Hog's Breath Quarter. So we did the Hog's Breath Quarter. It's not even called that. Oh my god, I always do this. Okay, let me start again. Okay, so we are painting the fence Hog Bristle Quarter, because we use that in the caravan for the walls and the roof, and it's this really creamy white, but it's still quite bright. So I want the planter boxes to be kind of that wooden element in the garden, and I want it to feel quite coastal, so we're going with a white. In our last house we did the very dark blue, almost black fences, and it looks glorious and the plants really pop, but it's a very modern look, and I wanted to try something different. So we're going to go with the white, and hopefully it looks nice. We have done a little tester in the corner. This is Hog Bristle. I was calling it Hog's Breath before.
It's definitely not Hog's Breath.
Hog's Bristle.
Hog's Bristle.
And I really like it. I think that I really don't like the orange of this wood, and I think that it just makes it feel super coastal, and it's going to make those planter beds pop.
Pop diggity.
I'm very excited. It's the first thing I've painted here.
Painting has begun.
Good afternoon. I have been fighting this box for like 10 minutes trying to figure out how the heck I open it, but I think I've got it. These are the 2 sun lounges that are going to go in the corner of our front yard. So my dream is to have a pergola with grapes growing up the sides, and 2 sun lounges that can sit in the shade in the front yard near my veggie gardens. We have such a large front yard and I wanted to use it, and I also just love being out there. One of the things that I really struggled with in our old veggie garden was there was really nowhere to just sit and be and have a cup of coffee and read a book and just chill in the veggie garden, because veggie gardens are beautiful places to be. They're so calming and I just want to sit in mine more often. So long story short, we got these two beautiful wooden lounges. I didn't want just a normal looking lounge because everything in our front yard is going to be organic. We've got these beautiful flowing shapes. Yes, I see you here. I'm trying to pat you. We've got these beautiful flowing shapes, and the sun lounges have that organic curve to them too. So I'm very excited. We also are going to build a little box out there to put the pillows in so they don't get damaged. Chai, you're being very needy. So. Oh. Okay, Chai, no! No! So curvy. All right, so these are the cushions. They're like a creamy white. Is that one or two? Oh, what is that two? I feel like that's just one. Did they just send me one? I'm gonna be like royally heaved off if this is just... It's just one! Why does this always have... Chai's just chasing his tail in the background. Everything's a mess. Maybe the other one's gonna come separately, but I don't know why they wouldn't come on the same day. I mean, at the moment, it looks like a very small lounger. How does this work? Okay, all right. Yes. Oh, this feels very far down. I do like it, and I look forward to having a cocktail. Chai, bring me a cocktail. Chai, bring me a cocktail.
Good afternoon, everybody. Here we have Zen. There she is.
Hello.
What are you doing today?
I'm going to keep painting. I'm pretty determined to see how this bed looks with it all white and bright and lovely. This is only the first coat though, so no judgy. And
You missed a spot.
What?
Did you miss a spot?
Where?
Just half the fence.
Oh.
That's just the yoke.
Excitingly, my dad came in and tore out some weeds from the side of the house.
They look awesome.
First time in like 50 years our house can breathe.
It actually has room to breathe now. There's actually a hole, which I'll show you in a short minute.
In a short minute.
Good afternoon. Oh, hang on. Good afternoon, everybody. So today we have, as you can see behind me, all the weeds taken out. So Sam's dad came over today and helped us pull out all of these weeds, which is a mammoth effort. So thank you so much for that, because it is not easy to do. But as you can see, there's actually like a gap underneath the house now, which is really, really helpful, because we haven't had any ventilation, or this house probably hasn't had any ventilation for approximately 80 years. And that does not do wonders for subfloors. So allowing this house to finally breathe now is going to be really, really helpful. But also it just allows us to have more space in our driveway. We can get out of the car without having to jump into some ferns and wheel the bins down the side of the house. It does wonders. But I'll show you over here some of the quality of the wood that's been pulled out. So here, if I can get a good video of this, this is undoubtedly termites, which is not great. But this could have been from 50, 60 years ago. That looks like they've well and truly come and gone. But this is realistically the quality that we're going to be looking at in most of the areas under our house. It's just been sitting there wet, covered up by plants for such a long period of time. A few coats of paint, you really don't notice it, but the damage is absolutely there. So it's really, really awesome now that we've opened up the house, get all that ventilation through, clean this area up to look a lot neater. But you know, all of this stuff is going to have to get replaced. I can literally just put my finger through it. It's just completely deteriorated, so we're going to definitely get to replacing all of this with the new cladding come the time, but for now, at least when we do all of our restumping for the house, it's going to allow us to, work through it cleanly, replace everything that we need to, and give us the access to do so, which is really, really handy.
Hello!
The day has finally come.
The day is here! We are ripping up the carpet.
Oh boy.
The shag is going.
Yep.
And today is the day. We've been waiting for this moment.
That's it. Get this useless rubbish that's filled with all sorts of things that we don't want to know, but we're soon to find out what's actually under this floor.
So we had Christmas here yesterday, and we thought if a ham drops on the floor, if someone
spills a glass of wine,
doesn't matter. Roll it up, get rid of it. So that's what we're doing.
We swept all the rubbish onto the floor. We'll just roll it up and be on our way.
So let's do it.
Get to it.
Alright, Brad. Let's have a look. So we've pulled the carpet up. And
we found more wood borer, or evidence of wood borer.
so we knew there was a wood borer in there.
There's always, luckily for us, we were always going to replace the flooring with chipboard. No point doing any or reusing anything like this. It's all just too old. Wood borer's gone right through it. You see all these track marks where they've been eating through, and they've literally in the past replaced it with a cement putty almost, which is really funny, but that goes right through the floor. Bit of a breeze coming through there, so
we'll replace this with chipboard and then lay what?
Engineered flooring, which is essentially just a nicer, easier and cheaper way of doing a finished floor. You don't have to sand it down, it comes pre-finished. It's a nice solid board, doesn't warp. You can spill as many drinks on it as you like, and it's a hard wearing, so
that's the plan. So what's this white bit?
this is just putty.
So just puttied the floor.
Yeah, just to make it flat when they laid the carpet over it, so it'll just be...
Oh my god!
There's nothing to these boards. There's no structural integrity to these boards anymore. They're all just chewed completely through.
Wow.
So the carpet was holding this together.
So this is the wood borer tracks, is that what that is?
Yeah, all this is wood borer.
Wow. Yeah, they're just completely ruined.
Yeah.
Bye-bye to the floors.
I know, right?
How different does this look? Oh my gosh. It's like a different house. It feels bigger, much bigger. Look at the front room. It feels so different in here. The hallway. It's crazy how different it is.
Such better.
I'm gonna do a vacuum because this is the sand that was under the shag pile, and when we were cutting it, it was just like going everywhere. I think I have like sand stuck in my throat now, but I'm gonna try and do a good vacuum and get up all of this sand and dust and God knows what else that has been caught up for the last 60 years. And we're gonna get rid of the last nails that are sticking up and the staples. And it's a pretty good like base to work off. Interestingly, the front room is softwood, so it has all the borer in it, which is what Brad was talking about before. But the hallway is actually hardwood and it hasn't been damaged by borer at all. So that's interesting that there's two different woods.
We're taking up the rest of the edging boards and then we're ready to clean up the whole hallway, which is pretty cool.
Not bad for a few hours work.
Right, it didn't take long at all.
And here it is. The room without the floors. It looks incredibly different. And you can see the damage that we were talking about over here. But we did find that the floorboards changed from softwood to hardwood here in the hallway. But it does look so different with the carpet gone. It's quite amazing. So we will be keeping none of these floorboards, but it is a big help to move forward in this project to get rid of the carpet. I can't believe the difference. It's giving me a glimpse of what's to come. But soon we'll be tearing all the floors, walls and ceilings out, and it's going to be a lot. So I'm enjoying the cleanliness while we have it. Thanks for watching, everyone.